Hello and good evening. Gary Champion, Psychic Medium, once again. No, I don't get money for wearing shirts with names on them. I just saw that. That'd be nice. I saw where an Olympic runner was won a race but had these little earrings. I'm not going to say the name of the product, but it's a good product. I mean, it doesn't benefit mankind, but as a product, it's a good product. She bought these earrings, and that company called and said, "Well, you want to do an endorsement for us?" She's an Olympic, so they can't take money, but I'm sure she will. Anyway, I don't get paid for endorsing. Got any ideas? Yeah, I could recommend a dog food. I'm real good at that one. Anyway, I was thinking today about the state of people and the nature of people, and doing a lot of healing work. Let's see. By the way, we have where's it at? June the 27th, we have a free healing. That's this coming Sunday. Today's the 22nd. So we have a free healing, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, USA. And we're really getting good at that. You guys that show up for that, it's pretty terrific. I can feel the energy going past me. I don't know if you guys are sending it to me or if it's just coming by me, but it goes to whoever we're sending it, and it's a rush. It's kind of a rush feeling sound. Anyway, I have some more free readings. I just haven't scheduled them yet. And I have a self-healing class on July the 25th, which has room for about 5 more people. And that's a paid class, and you can purchase a ticket on my website, www.garychampion.com. On the classes page, there's about 5 slots left if you want one. These are not large classes. They're not huge numbers of people. Everybody can talk. We interact. I say something, they say something, we interact. And they interact among themselves. Is that confusing with the hands? Anyway, and so I'm going to schedule some other things. August the 8th is the Change Your Program, Change Your Life, which is a new class that I've written, that I've done for 40 years that I can remember, at least that long. How you can change the basic who you are. If you're motivated, and it takes motivation, if you're motivated to changing who you are, you don't like some things about yourself, you'd like to move forward, it's a class about that. And I'm going to say I'm an expert at it. I don't have a degree in it, but I have the degree of learning how to do it and writing a thing for it that works, that I've used since I was 16, actually. Okay, anyway, I was sitting around today thinking about this class for August. And you don't have to enroll in the class, but it's a limited class too. But what do we do when we get stuck? Being stuck is actually the title of this video, although it doesn't matter. It could be anything. Rambling Gary rambles on about something. Being stuck. I've been stuck. We've all been stuck. What do you do to get unstuck? How can I move from this? There's no air in my sail. I've got my little boat, and I'm a good sailor. I think I'm a good sailor. There's no wind in my sail. So I'm just sitting there, bobbing up and down, but I'm not going in a direction. It's no good to turn the tiller or change the sail or anything because there's no air. How do I fix that? And until you change something, nothing changes. That's a simplistic statement, but you're doing the same thing over and over again, expecting change is kind of foolish. Where's the problem? Well, I was always blaming other people. If that guy hadn't done that, and if I hadn't got fired from that job, or if I hadn't moved where I was, or if I I wouldn't have all these problems. I forget where I was, in some state, probably Utah or Kansas or someplace working. And it was nice and quiet wherever I was. I was doing nothing. And a clear voice came, as it always does, out of the ether to explain the world to me because I couldn't figure it out. It said, wherever you go, there you are. What kind of message is that? It's clear, wherever you go, there you are. What does that possibly mean? Uh-oh. Changing locations and changing jobs does not change who you are. It doesn't. Well, I'm going to make a new start. I'm going to move to Montana. I'm going to open up a bed and bath, or I'm going to, I don't know, whatever people do. I'm going to open up a nursery and sell flowers. Or I'm going to be creative. I'm going to have my own art studio down by the ocean. But these things don't happen. Because the same things that made you unsuccessful at whatever this was, and that was, and this was, is in you. It's not in other people. What if you're doing the same thing over and over again? And blaming other people is easy to do because I did it for a long time. I figured out it was me. And how did I figure it out? I didn't figure anything out. Some spirit came by and felt pity on me and said, wherever you go, there you are. So it didn't matter where I was living, location, or the job I was doing. I didn't change, so my future didn't change. I kept making the same mistakes over and over and over again. Hoping for change, but really doing nothing to affect it. And that's when I used this system. I can't remember when it was. Turned about 30, I think. I'd used this method for other things when I was 16. That was about 30 or somewhere in there, 35, maybe even 40, I'm not sure. But it was clear. I heard the voice. I always believe what I hear. Always trust the little voice. They're never wrong. Now, you telling you something, that's, who knows if that's right or not. But when a spirit floats in the room and says, wherever you go, there you are, you got to listen to that. So I set upon changing me, which is no easy task at age 39 or whatever it was. But I figured out that I was the problem, or some spirit figured out. They're saying it's somebody named Judy. I'm sure that's a guide I've had for a long time. I periodically hear a name. And I was accessible. It's all nice and quiet, and I was in a little room doing nothing. And so I set upon changing who I was. Changing my environment, changing my job, changing the clothes I wore. Didn't change anything. What's in here had to be changed. And you can't get a wrench in there. I'm a pretty good wrencher when I was younger. You could tune up a car and put a carburetor on or tighten some heads. I could do basic stuff, but there's no place to get a wrench in here. How do you adjust what's in here? Kind of interesting, isn't it? If I got some of your attention anyway. You can't put a screwdriver in there. You get a carburetor's not running right. You can tweak the gas and the air until the mixture's just right. Back in the old days, now it's all configured with a computer. Back then, you could take a screwdriver and adjust it till it ran better. You could adjust the points. You could adjust the timing. You could adjust all these little things until the engine ran well. And I had an old pickup truck, 56 Chevy pickup truck, that needed that all the time. And you learn how to do that. If I could do that, why can't I do this? Well, the human's a lot more complicated than a carburetor. So this is a system that I'm teaching on August the 8th, how to change your programming. If you're running under the same programming over and over and over again, you're making the same mistakes. You don't see it though, because it's programmed into you. That's what you are what you are. And most people would say you can't change that. They'd be wrong. It can be done. It takes a while, but with determination, you're not going to see any change in your life until you do that. Metaphorically, pick up a screwdriver and adjust the air intake or the gas mixture in the carburetor, and your engine runs pretty good. Same thing. You tell your subconscious something, it believes it. You say it over and over again, it really believes it, and then it changes your program. So, hence the class. And I didn't, I discuss these things with my wife. She thinks maybe this is too complicated to say, well, this is a class I know. I've done this one 5,000 times. I know it. So anyway, it's a very simple little class, but you have to do it regularly. It's not something you can just say, oh, I'm going to. And we in America, we think we need to do it once. We never seem to remember that everything needs tweaking. And we're a complex system, which why the kind of the self-healing class came about. We need tweaking. We need energy to keep our immune systems up and running and in good order. And the healing energy does that. It maintains your immune system. It heals things that are not right. Aches and pains go away. You think clearer. So these are things it's an experiment. I experimented on myself for a long, long time because I didn't like who I was. And made all the difference in the world. So when you're stuck, you have to change something. If you're not willing to change something, these classes aren't going to help you any. As you take a class thinking, I'll just take a class and then I'll be done with it. Well, it's not that easy. You can, we just got a new carpet sudsor, whatever, shampooer. And you open up the manual to assemble it. It's pretty simple. It clicks together, a couple of screws. Put in the shampoo here and water there and hit the button and it does the job. But reading the manual, if something goes wrong, I don't think the manual covers any of that. I read it. I didn't see anything in there. If this doesn't work, you adjust this. We know more about our computers. If this isn't working right, then your cache is, you need to delete your cache. You need to delete all your history. Everything kind of comes back out and starts to run right. We know more about our computers than we do about ourselves. And you think you're going to go to a doctor and get any help? I don't think so. They don't understand a word that I'm saying. They don't get it at all. Here, take this pill. That's what they do. Interesting visit, one of my little checkups that I go to the doctor for today. And got in there with a nurse practitioner. She took my blood pressure. She took the oxygen in my blood, neuropathy and all that stuff. And she said, blood pressure looks good. Are you taking your meds on time? Do you need more? Are you okay? I'm not taking my meds. You're not taking your meds? You stop taking your meds. You're supposed to tell us about that. You're supposed to inform us. We can't help you if you don't tell us. Well, it just sort of happened. I started doing a lot of self-healing, a lot of meditating, all that woo-woo stuff that people, nobody wants to mess with. Blood pressure's down to normal. Stop taking my meds. I have a little machine. I take my blood pressure 2-3 times a day. It started showing up normal. It's not done that. Self-healing. You're not taking your meds? No, I'm not taking my meds, and I've gone up online and canceled it as something I want shipped here. I'm not taking it anymore. Probably going to stop the rest of them too. Self-healing does that for you. Until I change this, I've got to take pills. If I change this, I take my little screwdriver, metaphoric screwdriver, and adjust the air temperature or the oil pump or something, nothing changes. And we're in the age right now where we have to take responsibility for our own health. Expecting a doctor to fix something for you is a waste of time. And I know a lot of psychologists. I worked with a lot of them. And they're going to go through a series of questions. And how you answer them, depending on how you answer those questions, the next set of questions will change. It's like a maze. I'm not sure if the idea is self-discovery, because you can go through that and you don't have an epiphany. When you begin to tinker with this, it's yours. You don't have to ask permission. Can I stop taking my meds? And her response was, your insurance company is going to be on us. I said, don't tell them. We have to tell them. We took your thing and it says normal. We assume you're taking your meds. You're not. What are we going to tell them? Tell them the truth. I'm not taking my meds. My blood pressure's normal. Something's reversed. That rarely ever happens. I feel terrific. I can stand on one foot. I can. But she was upset that the insurance company was going to be on them. That really they weren't going to pay for it. That's what she was concerned about. They get paid to prescribe pills. If you don't take the pills, they're not doing their job. They can't get paid for it. Because the next time you come in, they can't test you for anything. Well, they can, but they have to write in there something they're doing. Change this medication. Okay. She said, I'm going to change your medication to something really small and a different brand, and we'll send that to you. So, probably not going to take that either. But at least they're doing something and they get paid. It's a win-win. Anyway, you're in charge of this, doctors are not. You think they're going to take credit if they kill you by giving you an overdose or something, or making you grow a third arm out of your back or something because of the meds they gave you? Or you're sleepy all the time, or you can't think straight? They're not going to take credit for that. The success or failure of you belongs to you. There's no one out there that really cares. They think you got friends here. My doctor, now this is the honest truth. He said, we love you. He looked at my file and I said, why? He says, because you have these regular things that are mandated, that you come in and you have all these tests done, and we do it several times a year, and we make a lot of money off of you. Thought, that's pretty honest. That's pretty honest. We love you because you pay our overhead and we don't have to do much. We test you all the time. I know, you take blood and you test it. And another inside thing, he said I had, last time I was in, 2 times before, he said, I need to start taking this cholesterol medicine. I said my cholesterol is normal. And I didn't know. I didn't know that it was normal. I just felt it was normal. No, it's not. It's elevated. You need to take this medication here. We'll send you some. I said, no. I'm going to go have an independent test done, and I'll bring the results in. Did so, brought the results in, threw it on his desk. It's absolutely normal. Why are you prescribing me pills I don't need? Money. We're taking care of Gary. We prescribed this. He got better. See? Whew. We prescribed this. He's taking it. We're helping the guy. Cholesterol's normal. And I was in there today and they said the same thing. Are you taking your cholesterol medication? And I said, why would I do that? My cholesterol's normal. He said, well, yeah, I can see here it is. You're supposed to take your cholesterol medication. Nope, I'm not taking that either. Why? Got my medium. I think I knew my cholesterol was normal, but they will test you and lie. That's what he did. He did a test. He said it's elevated. I said I don't think so. All right, we got a test here that says it's elevated. I don't believe you. And that got him nervous. So I went out and had an independent company do a cholesterol. This is a lot of crap for just a little pill that I could just take. But why should I put that in my body if I don't need it? To show that money, money, that's why. So they're prescribing meds. I'll let them arrive here at the door, and then I go online and I cancel it. I can do that. I can opt out of taking anything they give me. So they have prescribed me something for cholesterol. I went online and took it out. It's neat when you get old. They really don't want to screw with you too much. You can go online and you say, that automatic refill, I don't think so. Done with you. So that's the way they get paid to evaluate me and lie to me, give me pills that I don't need, and I go online and opt out. Seems like a win-win to me. They're happy they're getting their check. I'm happy I'm not full of pills. So self-healing is that. It gives you the power to take command of whatever is wrong with you and work on it yourself. Get out that screwdriver and adjust that carburetor. Because you think they care and they don't. That's the big part. And when I was a kid, a doctor would come to your house, take your temperature, and say, yeah, charge you $5 and be on the way. Give you medication if you needed it. They didn't prescribe something you didn't need back then. They were afraid of the watchdogs getting them. Today, it's a pill world. If I go in this sink in here and take the water and took it down to have it analyzed, it's got birth control pills in it because it can't filter all that out. A certain amount of medication we flush down the toilet ends up in our drinking water. You getting the point here? Until you change something in here, nothing changes. They're pill people. You break your leg, you need something removed or taken care of, you need a surgeon. Most doctors are not surgeons. They generally know what they're doing. They test you, they prescribe a pill for it, but they're pill doctors. And there's nothing wrong with being a pill doctor. A lot of really good ones out there. But they begin to think they have the power to tell you to take something when there's nothing wrong with you. And then can they overstep their bounds? Who's going to catch them at it? I had this test. You think that went into my file? Oh, no. That went in the trash can. But I'm not taking the med because he lied to me. Your cholesterol's bad. It's too high. Independent company says it's really right down the middle normal. For my age, it's unheard of. So he was just automatically giving it to me. Everybody needs to take this drug. If you figured out what the drug is, I won't tell you. But everybody over 65 needs to be taking this drug. That was his attitude. It's in the manual. If you're over 65, everybody takes this drug. What if they don't need it? We prescribe it anyway. That's exactly what he said. Take control of your life if you can. I like to live a long time because of it. And sometimes living long means nothing. If I'm productive and I live long, that's good. If you overtake pills and it screws up your colon or your stomach or something, because you take a pill that you don't need, it's got to have some effect on something. So it's like getting a reading. That's what I do. I'm a reader. I'm a psychic medium. I can read you. Your guys, your gang of dead guys around you tell me what to say. I'm not a genius. They say you need to go down this road. They're doing it for love. Why else would they do it? They don't owe you anything. It's not for money because they don't have money on the other side. A reading is just self-help. like self-healing. That's all it is. Getting a reading can give you insights to things you never thought of. Like my guys saying, wherever you go, there you are. That's a reading. I got a reading from my guys. Probably saved my life. Changed me completely. I'm not perfect. Shit, I'm probably not even normal by any standard. But I decided to take control of whatever was going on and shove it down the road in a way that benefited me and not anybody else. Take life by the throat and get what you can out of it. Have a lot of fun doing it. But if you let other people do it for you, they're in control of your life. You're not. You've given up control because, oh, the doctor knows better. Oh, he's a doctor. Oh, he's got that degree. Not necessarily. Money factor is a big deal now. They can't pay the do-re-mi if they don't get it out of you or your insurance company. I happen to have good insurance. So he said, we love you. Real honest. I appreciated that. But it leads you to understand other things. Why that you're taking pills that you shouldn't be taking. It's a money factor. Clearly I didn't have high cholesterol. Clearly I don't have high blood pressure. I've been taking it now for quite a while, and it's just dropped and dropped and dropped, and now it's normal. If you wait every 6 months to go to the doctor, it's too late. You've missed the boat on self-healing, self-diagnostics. If you're not around because you let somebody run your life, that's your fault. You can't blame them. That's more of that blaming other people for why you're not where you want to be. Take control of it. Make it work for you. Anyway, sorry, I'm blabbing on, and this is a long one. I've never done 27 minutes and 26 seconds ever. But I got off on a rant. There's a little... But everything I'm doing is to point these things out. The readings I do are to help people. The self-healing I'm doing is to help people. Teaching people how to self-heal is about helping people. If it were about money, I'd be charging a lot. It's not. So, be yourself. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.